We did, and you won't believe it. So they're a 43-year-old company, and they never had a pizza margarita on their menu. The simplest, my favorite pizza there is. So we said, well, let's do a new pizza. And in the month of October, it's Pizza Month. You guys celebrate Pizza Month? It's Pizza Month. You should celebrate it. Think of a promotion that's unique and different for your own pizza location. We decided, let's come up with a pizza margarita and talk about the health benefits of sourdough, which is good for diabetics. It's better for your digestion, so that we could tie in with the making strides against breast cancer people. And we said, for every pizza margarita sold, we're going to donate $1 to the Making Strides group. This is the first fundraiser they've done in 40-something years, and they did it all together. We could track it because they were going to keep track of how many pizza margaritas were sold anyhow. So we said, well, let's donate back so that we could get publicity. You don't get publicity just for launching a new pizza margarita. You've got to tie it in to something giving back or doing some kind of an event. So then you've got publicity, and you've got to reach out to your media and invite them or tell them what you're doing. I think one of the biggest mistakes operators do is that they keep all of their fabulous ideas as secrets. You got to tell people, you got to get the media. And now it's so easy. I mean, we used to have to call or drive over to the media. With a click of an email, you can email an editor your press release, or at least invite them in to come try your new pizza margarita. So what's amazing about this brand, so over 9 months, we cleaned up the stores, we retrained them, we got them excited, we had them work together, we did unique promotions, we gave back to the community in 9 months. And they used to not track their sales very well either. So we're tracking their sales. And the past 3 weeks are the top numbers they've had in 40 years at this business. And I'm telling you, with a simple few promotions in over 9 months, it's just like a diet. You stick to the plan. We're making their franchisees or their general managers every Tuesday, they have to do marketing. If it's just for an hour, in 1 hour you can take 10 pizzas to 10 businesses. And by the time you get back and it's lunch, because if you go from like 10:30 to 11:30, take a pizza to somebody's office. By noon, they're in line or you have a to-go order. We've seen it happen over the past several weeks. We've been continuing to do it. And now the franchisees are so fired up that they're going and doing it every Tuesday on their own. And what I didn't mention is during this whole time that I'm writing this book, I've been on a diet and I've lost 10 pounds. And I thought, I'm going to practice what I preach. So I've quit eating sugar, in case you wondered why I wanted the sugar-free ice cream. I haven't had any alcoholic beverages, and I'm trying to stick to this program, and I'm writing my book every single day. And what I can tell you is my book's almost done, I've lost 10 pounds, and my client is happier than they've ever been in 40 years. So the point is, you've got to get out there and get involved. I interviewed a famous chef the other day, Bradley Ogden, and he's of course in California, but he does have restaurants in Las Vegas and New York, the Lark Creek Inn and One Market. And this guy has been famous his whole life. And I said, what's your advice to operators for marketing? And he's like, well, I cooked with Julia Childs, I did this, I did that. He goes, but regardless, whether you're a restaurant operator, an ice cream operator, or anything, you have to get involved and be present, is what he said. Be present in your restaurant, be present in your community. That doesn't mean you have to be there all the time, but when you're there, are you shaking hands and kissing babies? Are you asking them where they came from? Are you asking them where they work? I mean, who's got national insurance, by the way? There's a building right there, you get their catering order, you're set for life. You look for opportunities, and that's really what the day has changed to. The now open sign doesn't work anymore. So it's looking for new, unusual, fun ways to excite people about your brand. And one of the things that will help you with this, and you're more than welcome to look through our book, we have recipes for restaurateurs. And my first book that I wrote They're all tactics for you to flip through. If you need help with kids and schools, there's a chapter on that. There's recipe after recipe. How to do a student achievement award, or how to get kids in for an eating contest. And it tells you exactly what you need to do, how to do it, and the exact directions to follow. And there's about 200 different tactics to follow. And you're more than welcome, like I said, to look at it afterwards. We're going to do a book signing. I also want to invite you, if any of you are planning on going to the Texas Restaurant Association, I also do a speaking engagement called LSMU, and it's Local Store Marketing University, which is much more tailored to helping you determine what your specializations are, how you can come up with promotions, how you can promote yourself, and it does a whole workshop taking you or your employees through that. So I highly urge you to either sign up for that or look for us online. We have quite a few websites, and I write a restaurant marketing magazine. Would love for you guys to like us on Facebook and keep in touch with me. But I want to open it up for questions, or somebody give me a big challenge of something that they're doing and you want help with, or an idea, or somebody tell me something fabulous you did marketing-wise. Come on, for a prize. This will be for the blanket.
That's not a fabulous thing, but what do you feel about when you give away something free to get trial? A lot of people just hate the idea that they're giving a free product away, and they think that everybody that comes in is just going to take advantage of that free item and you never see them.
That's a great question. Free. He's talking about, what do you do with giving out? Here's your fabulous blanket for the ride home. What do you do when how do you get people to give out free? I have the same challenges. Franchisees do not like to give out free food. However, the way I say it is, which would you rather do? Buy a $500 print ad that doesn't even include color, that's in the 15th page of the newspaper, or $500 worth of pizza or ice cream? What's better? Buy an ad to get people in, or use $500? You could use $250 worth of food and get more people to come in and try your brand than that newspaper ad's going to get you. The best way to do it is to prove it to them. Sampling, if you think about it, how did you open your very first day? You got to get people to taste your product. There's ways to cut pizzas into little teeny bite-sized pieces. I have one client that they created a cutter that cuts the pizza around, and around, so that they're little teeny bites on an extra large. You pull out an extra large at a high school football team, and the whole high school football team takes little bites of it, bounce them back with a kid's offer or something like that. Boom, they're in the store. But food is the way to do it. Unless you're McDonald's and you have millions of dollars to do advertising, you got to get food in people's mouths. A lot of people with Red Boy Pizza hadn't tasted sourdough crust. Some people, right when they taste it, they're like, sold. They'll never eat a regular pizza again. So they have to try it. You have to get it in people's mouths. And free, in this day and age, I'm telling you, no one throws you out of any office when you bring free food. If you're just taking menus, I guarantee you it is not as successful getting new business as it is food. We've taken chips and salsa over to a Charles Schwab building right across the street from a Rubio's restaurant that we work with in LA. And he's like, God, I didn't even know this building was here. It's just been there for 20 years, the whole time your restaurant's there. We walk across, we take chips and salsa and some menus, and we get back to his restaurant. He had a $1,400 order for the following week. One box of chips and salsa. You have to do it to become a believer. And that's why I say it's like a diet. You just do it a few times, or call me and I'll go with you. I'm not afraid. It is the most money-making way to do it. And you don't have to take a huge pizza, take a little one for the receptionist. Do what makes sense for you from a money standpoint, but I can tell you, pizza and ice cream really, our costs on that are next to nothing. If you use it as your promotional dollars and think of it that way, budget your food into food cost. Every month I'm going to take out 200 pizzas. I'm going to do it every Tuesday. I'm taking 10 every Tuesday, and boom, you watch in 6 weeks what it does for your business. Take them to the nonprofits and ask them for a fundraiser. Take it to the city and go give it to the mayor. We've left like sombreros filled with chips on top of a mayor's car before, and get a phone call from the mayor, and then they call the media. So goofy, crazy things like that. You got to do it before the big chains figure it out. Because there are a lot of big chains that are starting to realize, oh, I can get catering sales by putting my people out on the street, and they've got better catering packaging and better to-go packaging. So, really, as independent operators or small operators, the best thing you can do to compete the big guys is to sample your food. People need to know you're better than the big guys. And we've worked with a candy store chain. This is one of the most fun ones. When we do a grand opening for them or an anniversary for a store that needs help, we create a whole event around it, and we do a cotton candy eating contest. Kids have to put their hands behind their back. You put cotton candy on a little plate and all on the tables, and whoever finishes it the first has to go and show me their mouth with it empty. We do a bubble gum blowing contest. You can blow the biggest bubbles. We've done, the craziest little things. They don't cost money. They're activities. You get people fired up. Why does Chick-fil-A do the first 100 people get meals for a year? It's free food for the first 100 people because you can publicize that. The first 100 people lined up outside of your restaurant or your store the day before you open, you got media coverage. People come and find out what's going on. Giving it away your first days, you just write that off on the bottom line for grand opening costs. And that's why they invented those little teeny spoons for ice cream too. Sample the heck out of your business. And smoky barbecue, you need to bring it to people that don't have barbecue, like from California. Any other questions or ideas? Well, thank you very much. I'll be here afterwards. Drop me your card, sign up for my mailing list, and thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, this is Liz Barrett with PMQ Pizza Magazine. I am here with Linda Duke, who just got done doing a marketing seminar at our PMQ Marketing Conference here at the 2012 NAPICS show. And she's going to talk a little bit about what she did for this seminar.
Great. Thank you, Liz. Well, we had a great seminar today. It was Get Marketing, and we talked a little bit about pizza trends, ice cream trends, and then I gave the attendees a lot of information about doing some fun promotional events, how to get publicity, how to drive new traffic into their stores, and how to integrate traditional marketing tactics with new media tactics and social media.
Why don't you tell me what your top 3 tips are for someone who doesn't have a big budget but who wants to get into marketing more for their pizzeria?
Best tips for marketing would be get out and see the people. A lot of brands don't realize that getting out and taking pizza to offices, maybe the top employer in the neighborhood, the nonprofits, the schools, a lot of times they don't realize that those customers haven't been in a long time. So getting them to remember your brand, taking them some food and menus, and asking for the sale are probably the best 3 things you can do.
For those who think that it costs a lot of money to market their business, what do you say to those kind of people?
I say the best way to get return on investment from marketing is to do return on involvement. So getting involved in your community, being present in your store or restaurant, and making sure that you get involved with community events, activities. If your city council and all of those different chambers and business associations have events, they need food. So it should be you.
Right. What do you think about a store who's just opening up and maybe they want to get the word out really quickly? What's a great way for them to do that?
Great way to get your name recognition right when you open your restaurant is to do a big PR blitz. And what I mean by that is taking pizzas to the media, maybe doing a big pizza event where maybe you have the police versus the fire department, seeing who can eat the pizza the fastest, but something that gets you some publicity and gets some attention from the public will be something that will attract the media as well. And that way you're going to get more recognition and awareness, as well as partnering with an organization that would help be newsworthy, whether it's like police and fire, a school, or a nonprofit, and help get you that big first
poof of publicity at the beginning.
And what do you think about, some people are afraid to partner up with big businesses like Coke and Pepsi and people like that, but is it hard? Is it easy?
I think it's important for all operators to reach out to their partners, whether it's through the food service company that they're using, their beverage partners, even ingredient partners, from the Mango Board to the Almond Commission or the California Cheese Commission. They're all terrific partners, and all you have to do is ask. A lot of times they'll donate product or maybe giveaways, T-shirts, and in some cases they may even help you with printing your menus if you add the logo to the menu that you're getting ready to print. So the best thing to do is ask, and all they can do is say no.
Do you have a great example of a turnaround story, maybe a pizzeria that was kind of suffering and then you came in and did this great promo and it boosted their sales?
Well, I think a lot of brands have some great tactics that they've used over the years. Everybody pretty much does a fundraiser or a school event. But I think what is really important is to find what's unique and different about your brand. And for instance, with one of our clients, they're a sourdough crust pizza chain, and they hadn't really publicized the fact that they were the only sourdough crust brand in the Bay Area. And so we really focused on the one unique differentiator and made sure that people got to taste it and talked about what was unique and different about sourdough. And we tied in with the Breast Cancer Society, because sourdough actually has health benefits to people that are diabetic or that can't have gluten and so forth. The sourdough is better for you. So by us promoting one of their unique benefits of their product, we were able to have them stand out from the competition and kind of revive the brand and remind people why it was so popular for 40 years. But you really have to really look at opportunities of driving new trial and traffic from customers that may have not been in for a long time. And staying inside your four walls is not going to do that. So it's really about getting out into the 4 to 5 mile radius, visiting businesses, taking pizzas, and really reminding them what makes you so great that drives traffic.
And what kind of tips can people find in your book, and where can they find your book?
My book's available at marketing-cookbook.com. It's called Recipes for Restaurateurs. And there are over 100 tactics, and they're written like recipes with directions, ingredients needed, and the steps to follow. And you can pull it out anytime that you need a tactic or a fun promotion, such as doing kids' pizza eating contest or student achievement awards, or even more fun holiday promotions, pizza month, and these tactics are all spelled out for you so that you can really follow it easily and execute it in your own market.
And where can people see you again?
And I will be speaking at the Texas Restaurant Association. I will be doing Local Store Marketing University, LSMU. So you can find more information out at dukemarketing.com or lsmu.com and marketing-cookbook.com. And I write the Marketing Maven column in PMQ Magazine with my good friend Liz Barrett as editor. And we love doing that so that we can give more specific marketing examples to pizza operators like yourself.